So we're gonna be making some chicken pasta. So I've got 4 onions here. I'm just gonna chop them. You can slice them or dice them, it's up to you, but I'm gonna just try and dice them. So got 4 cooking spoons of oil in my pot or pan, whichever way you call it. And I'm gonna turn our cooker on. And then we'll go straight in with our onion. So we're gonna fry this onion until it's like golden color, and then we're gonna add our next ingredient in, which is gonna be a garlic and ginger paste. So I'm still gonna give that about a minute or 2 because I need it to be like a golden color before I can add my garlic and ginger paste to it. I'm happy with that color. We're gonna go in with our garlic and ginger paste. So I've got half a teaspoon here. I'm gonna use 2 of that. Okay, so 1 teaspoon. Just blend that in. So that's all mixed in. So leave that for about a minute. Add a tablespoon of cumin powder. And a pinch of black pepper. Then add a teaspoon of that. And then I'm gonna add my pasta sauce to it. Add your pasta sauce. So you keep that jar because we're gonna be adding some water in that to rinse all the remaining sauce. Okay. Stir that. I'm gonna add my chicken breast. So I've got like 500 grams in here, so that's going in. So just stir that all in. And then I'm gonna add 2 spoons of my aroma seasoning. I'm gonna add 2 spoons. So 1 and then just stir that in. I'm not going to be using any extra salt. I don't usually anyway, so just letting you know I'm not using extra salt with that. That's just enough for this recipe. So now you can add frozen veg to this, or fresh vegetable, or any veg of your choice you can add to it. I've got frozen veg. With this, it's up to you how much veg you want in it, so I'm not measuring that, I'm just throwing it in my veg. So that's half the packet I've used there of the frozen veg. So say about 500 grams because it was a 1 kilo bag and I've just used half of it, all of it. So then we're gonna mix that in. Obviously our pasta comes in at the very end. So mix all that in. And remember I said about the pasta jar, so we've got some water in there just to clean the rest of the sauce. So then we'll add that on now. That's gonna be our liquid for cooking, for making sure the vegetables cook. So once you've got all that in, you can just cover your pot or pan for 2 to 3 minutes. Just cover that up and just leave it. Make sure the vegetables cooked and the chicken. Okay, we'll come back to it in about 2 to 3 minutes. Turning it all around because it's burning on the other side. So our veg's not cooked yet, so I'm gonna cover it up again. I'm just being mindful because when you cover it, it's like producing steam and the steam is going in and I don't want a lot of water in it. But I'm gonna leave that for about 2 minutes and then when I come back to it I'll just leave it open. I won't be covering it up again. So like I said, can you see all the steam? So when you open it, look at that. That's excess water going in here. Hot, so I don't want that. So I won't be covering this again. I'll just leave it open while the vegetable cook. So we're just gonna keep checking on this every now and again until the sauce is like properly dried up, and then that's done. Once the sauce is all dried up, so we're gonna add our cheese to it and just put it aside and then turn to the pasta. So we're nearly there. We just got a little bit more fluid to dry up here before we can add our cheese. It's starting to stick at the bottom, that's why I'm always making sure I keep checking on it every 2 to 3 minutes so it's not like stuck to the bottom. So I'm just gonna leave that again for another 2 minutes or so, and hopefully when we come back to it, it'll be ready for our cheese to go in. I'm just gonna give it a minute still because I can still feel like it's a bit running. The reason I'm gonna just leave it for a bit because when you add the cheese to it, it might become a bit running. So I'm just gonna leave it to dry out for about a minute or so, and then I'll add my cheese to it. So I'm turning my heat off now. And then I'm gonna add my cheese to it. Okay. So I've got 500 grams of cheddar cheese. You can use whatever cheese you want, but I'm gonna be using this today. Okay, 500 grams. adding all of that in. So stir that in. So once we've stirred this in properly, we'll put that to one side and then we'll get our pasta on. I think 500 grams is just about enough cheese, but it's up to you. If you want it more cheesy, why not? You can go add more cheese to it if you want. Right, can you see? So that's all blending. So I'm just gonna put that to one side. So we're going to drain our pasta now. All ready. So we're just going to drain our pasta now. Just make sure you got all the water out. Just making sure all the water is drained. So we're just gonna add that to our sauce now. So we're just making sure we mix all this in, that our pastas are like all covered in the sauce. There we go, our pasta's all ready. So that's the finished product of our pasta. There we go.